if there's one player who is picked on Thursday night who is going to shake up the Super Bowl race, somebody who's going to put a contender over the top or maybe reinforce, a team that has already been to the top, who's that player?
Well, look, the problem with that is most of those guys that are really the good players go to bad teams.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's a really good player and went to a good team. I would think Patrick Mahomes could maybe, if he was ready to play, could change the race because Kansas City can't throw the ball down the field with Alex Smith. They don't make any explosive plays. Perhaps Mahomes could do that. But to me, it's Deshaun Watson because he went to the best team. He went to a team that's got a really good defense. They've got a really good skill players. They could use a right tackle, which I'm sure they're probably going to find a way to get. But they're a good team, and he could be the missing link to get them over the top. We all thought if Tony Romo was on that field against New England instead of Brock Osweiler, maybe they beat New England. New England doesn't win the Super Bowl. That's how close that game really was. Deion Lewis made a couple great plays in the game. They've got the lead. But that was a closer game than people think. That game was one of those where it could have turned with the different quarterback. I think Watson could be that guy.
For me, Christian McCaffrey going to the Carolina Panthers, I think that's going to give the offense a new life. I mean, he's an incredible athlete, but just the positional versatility. I talked to McCaffrey's offensive coordinator at Stanford, Bloomgren, last week, and he essentially said Carolina was a perfect place for McCaffrey because he could line up in the backfield and be a pass protector if he needs to be, okay? Or he could just split out and do into the slot, create a mismatch, in the receiving game, and all of a sudden Cam's got 10 yards. And so I just think there's a lot of opportunities there as far as creativity goes. I think Cam's going to get a little more breathing room. I just think he's the guy that's going to be he's such a good athlete, a first-year game changer.
I like that pick too. I also like O.J. Howard at Tampa Bay. I think you talk about this, another guy that went to the perfect team that needed to utilize his skill set and could get them over the top.